What is up, YouTube? It's Rahul. I'm back with another deck profile for you guys today. I know content has been a little bit slow just because the format is kind of figured out. Fusion Strikers are on the horizon, and Celebrations is almost here. So for the time being, we're going to just jump into a deck profile for Decidueye. But if you guys are interested, I will be doing a Celebrations big box opening hopefully next Friday with all my stuff that should be coming in. If it doesn't come in, I'm going to be really sad. So let's just go to Decidueye. Yeah, Decidueye. You guys know it. It's not something new. Deep Forest camo, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your Pokemon V and GX. I've been kind of trying to get through Ladder a little bit, figure out how to cap off my full art bosses orders, win some tournaments on the 8-man tickets, and Decidueye seemed like a pretty good answer. A lot of decks are kind of disrespecting Decidueye, a lot of decks are kind of disrespecting Zamazenta. Some of these decks that just typically don't do a lot off the bat. You have the Inteleon engine, which is really, really good in the back, but one of the crucial pieces you are now missing from the Decidueye deck is your Rosa line. Rosa used to be very, very strong for getting all your pieces, but now you have to use Gormandize to kind of set up behind that, get your Decidueye and Rowlets going. Obviously, going second against something like Rapid Strike is really scary because they can just kill both your Rowlets, and all of a sudden you're in the hole. Big Parasol is super, super good, so there's no, I don't know exactly what it's for, but Big Parasol is pretty strong. For some reason, I thought it stopped Inteleon pings, and I was like, that doesn't seem right. And that's why I blanked right there. That's why I don't know what train of thought went through my head. Big Parasol is very, very good. One copy of Raihan. I was thinking maybe more copies of Raihan, but I don't know how to I don't know what to cut to make more copies of Raihan, because you need to have the basic energy in your discard, and there's no active way of getting cards into your discard with this deck, besides, like retreating, whatever. So one copy of Raihan seemed fine. 4 copies of Bird Keeper just to kind of, if I need to use Sky Circus, I can, just to draw some more cards. We're going heavier Marnie over Research because I don't really want to discard my hands as much, but maybe that'll flip-flop around. But either way, let's just jump into some games, see how the deck functions, kind of get a grasp for Decidueye in Standard. Obviously, look, I'm almost done with the ladder. I'm hoping to get it done as soon as possible because I want to take a little bit of a break from PTCGO before live comes out. I have a really cool treat potentially for you guys tomorrow night or I guess when you watch this, October 2nd night at 7:30. So if you guys are free, you guys might be able to join me over on Twitch for some fun and games. I will make an announcement tomorrow on my Twitter as we go. This opening hand is very, very poor, actually. This is one of those where I think I'm going to get donked. Decidueye has always had this problem of, potentially getting donked off the bat. And it's always been, really, really scary to play a deck like Decidueye because this could happen to you. I remember even with Rosa and stuff legal, I'd be playing, I don't know, like Luke Metal or Pikarom or something like that. I still always felt like I had a chance into Decidueye just because a start like this could happen. But then if they go like Candy Decidueye turn 2, turn 3, all of a sudden you're like, well, pack it up, let's go next. Moltres is really, really good for us because Moltres and Umbreon both have a grass typing weakness, which nothing really exploits in this current format. I know Leafeon VMAX does exist, but it's not really one of those cards that people typically play a lot of. Galar Mine. Okay, that's very interesting for an Eternatus deck. Well, I mean, I don't think we have much of an option here besides Marnieing, and hopefully we can survive this turn. I'm hoping we survive this turn. We're not going to survive this turn. Well, let's see if I get donked. If not, let's top deck a Rare Candy. I think those are our 2 options here. Zigzagoon, okay. Come on, let's see it. Dogby. I'm going to leave this in just because I think it's a very much of a testament to show how Decidueye will brick once in a while, and I don't want people's unrealistic expectations to be every game you're going to set up with Decidueye and every game you're just going to roll everybody. There are going to be games where this happens, and this will happen probably a good portion of the time, more than not, just because the deck does have no real you don't have your Crobats, you don't have your external cards like Quick Balls and stuff to kind of get the ball rolling. You simply just have your pieces, and if you don't find your pieces in a certain order, you're gonna be in trouble. Now, would a Research have been better in that opening hand? Probably, is all I can say. But yeah, so we're going into a game 2. We're gonna see how we can salvage the situation. Again, if in that matchup, had we just simply set up one Decidueye, the game would have been over, so you guys could see how strong the deck is in that matchup. Unfortunately, we did not set up the way we wanted to. But if we did, the game literally would have been over. Like, it literally wouldn't have even been a game, is how I, like, look at it. So, it's a favorable matchup and an unfavorable circumstance that happened to us, is all that really we can talk about here. Yeah, we're just going to kind of set up here. We have a Capture Energy this time, so we can't get donked. That's a little bit of a meme here, I guess, now. We have a Drizzile as well to follow up for the upcoming turn. I have the Capture Energy. Of course, we're probably thinking Sobble. I'm playing Mirror. Are you serious? Let's just go ahead and grab the Sobble. I have the Candy in hand already. We're just going to pass, I guess. Why am I playing Mirror? What is happening today? Yeah, I mean, I think going first in the Mirror is literally just all you need to do because, well, yeah, I mean, just going first seems important here. I guess my opponent could go drop the Sobble, Bird Keeper, and then come up and Wind Shard my Sobble. But Wind Shard only targets bench Pokemon, so he cannot knock out my Rowlet unless he has like an Escape Rope, I guess, in the deck. So he'd have to go Bird Keeper, Escape Rope to knock out my Rowlet, and then I'm in trouble. Big Charm the bench, attached to the active. And they're kind of chilling here. I could Bird Keeper, I guess, here, but I don't even want to. I think I just need to knock out the Rowlet. Unless he grabs another Rowlet. Failing the Level Ball, interesting. I wouldn't think there's like a world where like you necessarily would want to fail that Level Ball. Gorman dies. So probably a retreat into Gorman dies here. Something just very standard. Nothing crazy across the board. Our hand is still really okay, and a Marnie. Now our hand is going to be something that we have to reevaluate in a second. The fun of Marnie. We have a Gormandize, we have a Sobble, we have a Marnie, so we're going to bench both of these and hit the Marnie. They're down a bunch of balls, grabbing another, I think that was a Sobble, I believe. Yeah, there it is. You guys can see that, but I was just looking at the game logs, just right behind my face. They're going to fill their hand up to 7. I'm going to be able to reset that hand. Very, very good, like, counterplay from me here. Boom. Boom. I don't think we plan on attacking this turn, so we can go ahead and just grab ourselves another Rowlet. And we're going to go ahead and Marnie. I do believe they probably play Ordinary Rod. Or I'm under the assumption that they will be playing Ordinary Rod. So, this is kind of funny. We're going to go ahead and just do this, the Inteleon. And we're going to go ahead and start pinging their Rowlet. It's really funny that I got the Candy Inteleon. Maybe that's wrong, right? Like, maybe that's just incorrect to do. But I think it's just better to get the 20 damage pings onto the board, get that pressure in when this matchup is, like, such a battle of, like, small numbers. Like, the Decidueye matchup is going to be coming down to, like, a couple of damage here and there, like a couple of pings. Like, my opponent has no real avenue to attack this turn. And I know that. So, I'm not, like, super worried. They're putting energies here. Maybe they're setting up for, like, a waterfall. But that doesn't seem good. Inteleon is weak to lightning, not grass. We're going to go for another Marnie. We're literally just going to Marnie chain each other and Gormandize for a bunch of turns. That's how lovely. How lovely is this game plan? A Candy comes through. Candy into Decidueye. We know that the Decidueye needs 2 energy to attack this turn, so that's not happening. And a Marnie comes through. But Splitting Arrow does also do 200 to 2 things on the bench, so that numbers do add up as well. Which is why it makes it a little bit, like, better that we have what we have. I could be super greedy here and simply just Bird Keeper and then start sniping something. Don't know if that's correct, but we could. They're just going to take their 3 cards here. Maybe I just want to Bird Keeper. I think it's fine to be a little bit greedy. I think we're just going to go ahead and Bird Keeper to the new one. The rest of the hand seems pretty okay. So we can go ahead and grab ourselves the Drizz. I think with the Drizz, we're going to grab ourselves... I mean, everything else kind of blows. So we'll go ahead and grab ourselves the Incense, I think. For next turn, potentially, whatever we get. 20 on it, the Decidueye, set it up so now it's got 100 on it, and we're going to go ahead and win shard the Sobble. Just take out their ability to set up more Inteleon, take out the ability to simply just set up behind that. Now you can see why Bird Keeper win shard super strong. My opponent hasn't shown a Bird Keeper yet, so maybe they just don't play it. I'd have to assume they do if this is mirror. Usually most Decidueye lists do play a Bird Keeper just because, well, it's not that hard of a card to include. Maybe you just don't. Maybe you just play like heavy Raihan and maybe play heavy research and just kind of say like, if you knock me out, I'll set up behind it. We're going to have a Shady Dealings come down. So Raihan is definitely probably on the horizon. My opponent can go Raihan, Scoop Up Net, and start attacking into me. Or Boss. And if they play a Water Energy, they get Aqua Bullet, I guess. Yeah, I guess they could Aqua Bullet. That's not out of the realm of possibility. I wouldn't put it past them. Level Ball and Marnie. A third Marnie. Okay. I get it. They're probably going to grab themselves a Sobble again. And then we're going to go ahead back into Marnie Town. These are pretty good cards that I would like to see in my hand, which is unfortunate because they're going to go straight to the bottom of my deck. They just grabbed the Rowlet. Looks like they're just going to go for their attacker route. Now keep in mind they have one Shady Dealings Inteleon out. I have one Quick Shooting Inteleon out, which means I will eventually out damage them. But that's really interesting that they play Water Energy. That's not something I did expect. So this Inteleon is going to come in and do a lot of damage to me very quickly, with the Aqua Bullet doing really good numbers. The 20 that it also sets up effectively puts my Decidueye into one-shot range, which is going to be a little bit scary to deal with. This hand is not even, like, good. Like, I can't play off of this hand very well either. So, we're going to see what I can do with this. Ordinary Rod back to Sobble and the Inteleon more than likely. So, we have to do 180 to this active. What is my best course of getting to that number? Maybe it would have been better just to hit the Drizzile last turn with the 60 with the Wind Shard. If I double snipe, I mean, he has Big Charm, I guess. So it's like, yeah, I got to do 190 to this thing. So, I mean, I have to start sniping it for sure. It's almost a V Pokemon, basically. This guy has basically become a V Pokemon. So, my opponent starts getting really, really good here. The 20 comes onto my little guy in the back. We're going to throw up the this guy. Let's go ahead and fail it. We'll do this. We're going to just attach to the other Rowlet. Ping active, because I don't think there's a better place to ping right now. And we're going to have to draw 5. We're going to have to see 5 decent cards. Our opponent is down 3 Marnie. Hopefully they don't have the 4th Marnie. There's another Inteleon. There's an Evo Incense. There's the other Inteleon. We have our Drizzile as well. So in the event... I mean, this guy doesn't get knocked out here. But we have a pretty good chance to just... go Drizzile here. Scoop up net this guy. Push this up. Shady Dealings here. Candy Decidueye. And then just attack. But now our Snorlax will go down because he's got the quick shooting. But I think he's just going to ping the Rowlet. There's no reason not to ping the Rowlet, I think. Rowlet's just a better target. Every time here. Every time here. Whoa. Why? I think if he just pings the Rowlet here, he gets the free knockout with Aqua Bullet, and this Snorlax just becomes a free prize at some point in the game. And the Snorlax is not necessarily a threat. He's attaching to the Inteleon on the bench. I don't know if that's correct either, because Waterfall does less damage than Splitting Arrow will down the line. I guess this has 10 more HP, so it does make it weird. There's the Parasol. There's the bullets. See, I think this would have just been the more correct play. We don't have a Grass Energy in the discard, so I can't even use Raihan here. But we're just going to throw this up confidently. Okay. We'll go ahead and grab ourselves the Candy. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves the Decidueye. Candy. Decidueye. I think I could keep Shady Dealings for next turn if I need it, or I start pinging a little bit more. Get this, do this. This will come here. So the question is, I hit here for a certain number of damage. What do I do off the back of this? We can prep this for a knockout coming up soon. $150, $110, put it at 90. I'm going to put 2020 here and then spread onto these two, I think. Onto these two, yeah. So this way I can technically set up a double knockout on the next turn, leading into another thing here, because he's going to get a knockout for free here. So I need to catch up on tempo. I don't think I have another Rowlet in the deck. So I need to go Shady Dealings. I mean, I'm going to have to go Shady Dealings for Candy Inteleon. Or Candy Rowlet, for sure. But the question is, what do I do after this? Wow, what an intense game. Water Energy is very cheeky in this deck. I didn't think that people would actually be playing that. I'd have to assume at this point my opponent doesn't play Bird Keeper. I haven't seen a single one. They also have like a 10 card hand, so let's see what they can do. What kind of magic trick they can pull off. 20 comes through onto my Inteleon. Again, I think the ping should just go onto my Rowlet. You're hitting for 120, you're hitting for 20 here. It goes to 40 damage. I now have 100 remaining. Candy into a new Decidueye. Start setting that up. My opponent is also spreading really thin across the board, so I don't know which angle they're shooting for like their main strategy. But I think we're also like in a lot of trouble because we don't have a Decidueye. Like, we have one Decidueye, and then past that, we're kind of stuck. Okay, we have a Marnie at the very least. That's something. I wish I could just grab Ordinary Rod here. I think that's way too greedy. I think I need to grab the attackers. I think I have to grab the attackers every single time. If I get another energy, I think I probably just throw it onto the Inteleons. One of these two guys, so I can start using Waterfall for 70 at the very least. We'll pick this guy up. Just so we can reuse all of these pieces. So we can knock this here. We can ping here. Putting it at 60, so 90 left. Go here. Splitting arrow. Boom, boom. And now we're putting ourselves in a position where our opponent also has one Decidueye. They come up and hit us for 90. 110 with the snipe. There's a Rowlet. 110 with the snipe. Putting it at Death's Door. But I have the boss to bring up the Inteleon. Or I can just take out the attacker. And both situations seem okay. Both situations seem okay in my book. I mean, splitting camo is going to come down. Splitting arrow, sorry. And we're in a little bit of trouble, but it's not a lot of trouble. I also do have the Drizzile in hand to scoop up net anything that is in trouble. I mean, potentially I could also slam the Rowlet Bird Keeper into it and snipe this. And be okay. But I don't know if that's necessarily the best of plays. We have been, like, obviously you can tell that we fell super far behind because we missed attacks. The early Marnies from our opponent really stifled us a lot, but we have been coming back into this game purely off the back of our double snipes. And yeah, our opponent has realized, like, no matter what they do here, they have one snipe per turn. I'm probably going to pick that off or pick off their attacker, and all of a sudden their entire strategy gets kind of gutted. And from there, we can just win the game. I think that game was pretty good, so let's try to get one more game in. I'm going to try to get a little bit longer gameplay videos for you guys. I know that's not typically like what people enjoy watching, but leave a like and subscribe, because I know a lot of people usually leave by this point. So if you're still here, I hope you're enjoying the content here, like a loyal fan or whatever. I do appreciate everyone's support. We're almost at 3,000 subs, so share it with people. It would mean the world to me to kind of just keep growing. So 3,000 is a small benchmark in the grand scheme of things, but for me it's a huge benchmark because my return to content, I came back at like 2,400 subs, immediately lost a bunch, and then I mean, obviously you're gonna lose a lot when you haven't been doing stuff in a while. Like I immediately came in and lost a bunch, and then I'm trying to recoup everything again with, you know, new Pokemon content. Okay, obviously this matchup is really, really bad for us, so we're going to go ahead and try to, I guess, get as many Inteleons out as possible, and we're going to go ahead and go Organizer 2 here. This matchup kind of sucks just because they're a single prize deck, we're a single prize deck, but they can one-shot us, and we need 2 energies, and they need 1 energy. So in the grand scheme of things, they'll just eventually outscale us. If they only get like 1 in-K or something, I'm just going to Bird Keeper snipe it, I think is the correct plan here. 1, 2, 3. I think I can just snipe the Remo, though. Remo seems fine to snipe. Boom. Why you do so complicated? Give me this. Candy here. I think getting the snipes down is going to be really crucial in this game. Let's go ahead and Bird Keeper. Yeah, I think this might be a little bit greedy, but I think it's like better to play as aggressively as possible in this matchup, specifically. Maybe just getting rid of the NKs is smarter, but I think just I felt like it's more comfortable to get rid of the Remoraid, which can provide them the Kreena's focus, provide them the what the shit? Avery. Well, that's not a card I expected today. I mean, this guy's gonna obviously go down. Not feeling great about that. How are we feeling tonight? I am not feeling good. I mean, we have Candy, Decidueye. The Raihan is our only Raihan, unfortunately. So we cannot profit off of the back of something dying off this Raihan. Yeah, that's the little unfortunate part about this whole thing. Brawly. Avery and Brawly. Our opponent's playing a lot of really weird cards. But I don't think it matters because I think the matchup is just so genuinely favored for Rapid Strike because they can just pitch 4 cards every time and just one-shot us. And we don't even do enough to one-shot them back. So it's hard. This is a really hard matchup. We do the... Okay, 2 go back in. We do the Candy Decidueye, like I said. But unless we top deck like a Rowlet or something, there's no reason to keep this hand. Maybe it's fine to keep this hand now. Because I can go Drizzle. Drizzle my shizzle for Level Ball into Rowlet. I'm still going to have to attack with the Decidueye here. But I think I can Bird Keeper into Inteleon and retreat. See some more cards. So we have the Turffield. Let's go ahead and ping the active. We're going to go ahead and split shooting. Do this way. Now I have, I guess, potential for boss knockout, or I can go ping and force him to put up something he doesn't want to. Still really bad situation. We have the Raihan to get the attack off again if we need it. Lucky Egg. Okay. I'm hoping these 3 cards are just bad. But I assume there's a research. Yeah, I was like, I assume by the speed of playing the cards, I think there's a research in there. Also, I think small technical thing. I think the Spiral Energy should be the one that's on the board. I think the Psychic Energy should be in the discard for a potential Ordinary Rod target. Because there's no way to get back Spiral Energy. So I think it's just like a small, minute thing. It's not like a big, like game changing, game breaking thing. It's just a small. Yeah, it's just a small, slight quality of life thing. Our opponent is firing on all cylinders. This is really scary, honestly. They do only need 3. I forgot that the Inteleon will make it so it's much easier for them to get the one-shot if they need it. I'm sure they have the 3. There's no way they don't. 1, 2, 3. There it is. They take their prize. Here's my one and only Raihan. So we're gonna see what I can do with this. I am not optimistic. Okay, let's ping here to start. I need to see some money. Evo Incense is, I guess, okay. Yeah, I mean, Turfield's also interesting. Probably have the Rod here, right? Or do I just grab... No, I think I'm just going to grab this. I think... Wait, I was supposed to grab Candy. Oops. I was supposed to grab Candy. Oops. I was supposed to grab Candy. That's a huge mistake. That's a huge mistake. Oh well. We're just gonna double ping active then. I thought in my mind I was thinking I could just double ping the Inkay and knock it out, but I already realized I pinged once. I did like 10 things wrong there. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Oh man, that was bad. That was bad. Man, why did I? Okay, I just needed to grab Candy. Oh boy, guys. Oh no. Okay. Well, that's what we call getting in your own head a little bit. It does happen. I was thinking about a million things at once, and I made the wrong play. Obviously, we're not in the most terrible of spots still, I think. I was hoping that didn't happen. I have to assume they play like heavy Ordinary Rod here. Can we salvage the situation? I mean, top deck Candy would do some justice here. Top deck Candy would put us in an okay spot. They have at least 2 rapid cards in hand. I assume they have full 4, or they're going to do 3 here and try not to knock here. Yeah, they're going to try to do the little bit of the sneaky play here and try to snipe next turn. But I'm going to try to find the net if I can. That's an unfortunate top deck. Let's just double check what we've got going for us. I'm going to grab a Driz just to discard because the deck is... Yeah, we're just going to pitch. Okay. Let's see a Scoop Up Net. We did not see a Scoop Up Net. Okay. We'll just double ping active. Obviously looking for the knockout in 1 or 2 turns. Turffield. I mean, I could throw up the Sobble if this gets knocked out. Evo. I have 2 candies in deck. Let's just draw a card. Level Ball. Okay, we're in trouble. Oh man, one misplay, and all of a sudden we have cooked ourselves. I think this ordering was really weird. I think my opponent should have pinged first to knock out, see what I promote. So I promote Sobble every time. Then they rope, forcing me to put up either Rowlet or one of the Inteleons. Now I'm in a position where I could still realistically knock out both Inkays and be okay-ish. I mean, I'm really not okay right now, but there's a situation where there's a world where I could be okay. Spiral comes down. I'm sure the Sobble goes down. There's no way it doesn't. I should be out of Marnie's also, by the way. No, I have 2 Marnies left, technically. Shady Dealings. What are you Shady Dealings for? Probably just setup cards. Maybe follow up for next turn. Research Net. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I was looking for that last turn. No net for me, net for you. Works out. Ordinary Rod. Yep. Pretty much the situation looks dire and abysmal. In the 1 prize matchup trades, we are definitely unfavored, just because of the sheer amount of damage that something like Rapid Strike Malamar will do. Okay. Okay. I mean, we're going to have to try our best. There's no Drizzile here for us to use. We didn't top deck the candy. Level Ball. I mean, if we hit the candy, we have Turffield. We have one candy, actually, sorry. So if we hit the candy, we have Turffield. I'm just going to attach the capture here so I don't have to draw into it. Come on, Marnie. All right, okay. Okay, that's a start. That is a start. Okay. We do get the knockout on the active. We can pepper 20s here. We're going to have to Ordinary Rod, but I don't even know what to bring back in. I think it's got to be this way. No, that's... I have one candy, and it's got to come out of my prizes, I guess. That's like the only shot we have. That's the only shot we have here. Okay, let's just do our best, I guess. Our opponent does need a couple of cards to kind of get the ball rolling here. They don't have the Octillery in play. There is the candy, so we're okay, kind of. They confidently promoted the Inkay. There's a path to the peak. Level Ball, Remoraid. Maybe they don't get off what they need. Bruno, never mind. They have a Bruno. That's 7 cards. I would find it very, very unlikely that they miss. Yeah, I was like, they just put back the Malamars as well, I think, with Ordinary Rod. And they have a bunch of energies. So I think it's like very likely that they just get this play off and I lose. This is a tough one. 1, 2, 3. Theoretically, we could still win. It's just really unlikely. Because what I could do is top deck the Rowlet here. We didn't even do that. All right, let's go Bird Keeper here. Boom. Ping this. Ping this. Just take ourselves a prize. E-search. And we're going to pass. I mean, I think there's no better thing for me to do here. Benching this gives me an actual out to win. Benching this gives me an out to win now. No, it doesn't anymore because I can't one-shot this anymore. It would have. No, now it does. I have an out to win. I do have an out to win. If I top deck Decidueye or Evo Incense, I can actually win this game. Well, I have to also get out of the active somehow. I need a lot. I mean, I do have Scoop Up Net in the deck. So maybe I'm okay. I mean, I just die here. Oh, yeah, okay. But benching these cards gives me a chance to go boss into the play. Maybe I should have just gone Rowlet Snipe. It doesn't matter. I think we lost that anyway. No, thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate if you would leave a like, subscribe, all that above. I'll be back on Monday. Check me out on Twitch tomorrow night, Saturday night for something really fun and special. Grab a drink, grab a snack. We'll be there all night. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.